I'm kind of liking the silent vibe, so I'm just going to keep jamming silent until we can get a good one. Sorry for those of you expecting a defect run. I just like... I need to get a win with all the classes. I've been like just like rotating and losing all my runs too much. And I got an Ironclad win yesterday, so that one's checked off the list of recent victories. So we're just gonna jam silent until we get one. We take Card Ward, Neo's Lament, rare colorless card, or do another swap. Probably just doing another swap. There's a 3-fight 2 question mark route here. That leads to 3 elites, 4 if we want them. I do like this little end part here. So maybe we like dodge this elite, and we like get this fire, and then like go over here or something. I mean, that's just trading an elite for 2 hallway fights. I'd rather take the elite, probably. Okay, so if we want to do 4 elites in Act 1, we definitely need to do a Basilisk swap, and it needs to be a good result. So let's see it. Oh, look at that. Pandora's box. See, this is... Slay the Spire, like, I love and hate boss relic swaps, right? Because it's like, it's fun, right? And having the fun thing be the correct thing to do in the game is definitely what you want from a game design perspective, right? You want people to be, people who play the game a lot to be playing the game in a way that's fun, and so the people who play the game a lot are going to play the game in the way that wins the most, for whatever definition of winning they have. So it's important to make those things fun for them. And boss relic swaps do that, but it also like it front loads the all of the randomness of the run like right to the beginning. And these last 2 runs illustrate it perfectly, right? Because this Pandora's box is super good, so like we're very likely to win this run. But Ectoplasm is really bad. So we were very unlikely to win the last run. So like the last run we lost, but we basically lost it at Niao, right? Like it's possible to win an Ectoplasm run, I've done it before, but like you're at a big disadvantage. Whereas with Pandora's box, huge advantage. I imagine this is going to be a heel hook loop deck. That's what this looks like to me. We've got an Acrobatics, a Power that exhausts, a Die-to-Die that exhausts, and an Alchemize that exhausts. So our starting deck size is extremely small, and we have some card draw. So we just need like a little bit more card draw to make Heel Hook infinite. We also have an Outmaneuver to help us set stuff up. Pretty easy to imagine this deck getting there with the Heel Hook loop. It is worth, yeah, I like Captain Zipper's observation that the only block is dash here, but I think the block is primarily just murdering people. Eviscerate, heel hook, dash, shivs, slice. We got a lot of damage. Dead Branch would be nice. Always want to see a Dead Branch. So it definitely seems like we can fight 4 elites with this. Start. Either way you slice this little choice, we get an elite and a fire, so any of these are fine. But the only way to get there and doing 3 fights is this line. We could probably afford to do 4 fights, but 3 fights is sort of the conservative line, so I'm going to take that. Jawworm. Block Pot? Power Pot. Power Pot can be Wraith form. Let's find out. I don't want to take 12. I really don't. After Image blocks. Footwork doesn't block. Not really. So I'm going to take After Image. Infinite Blades gives us block next turn. Outmaneuver also gives us block next turn by giving us extra energy. I think Outmaneuver is probably worth more. This is kind of the weakest point of a Pandora's Box run, is like the first hallway fight sometimes is like super awkward. Because you have a very high variance deck. You're used to having very low variance decks. I'll take that variance. That's some good stuff right there. Well-laid plans help set up loops. Because we can, like, hold one of the cards. There's an accuracy. Goes with the Blade Dance and the Infinite Blades, for sure. Well-laid plans is definitely the better card. I'm not sure if well-laid plans actually needs to get picked, though. It is an extra card that needs to get, like, drawn and played before we start looping. I need to sneeze, but I can't make it happen. Alright, I guess it's not happening. Everybody's on team accuracy. There's pretty much no way I'm picking accuracy. I like that people are on team accuracy. I am also a fan of accuracy, but it's just not right here. It's not necessary. We've got a die in the deck. We don't need to be looking for that kind of shenanigans. I think the real way to provide a service to my fans here in Ansbana is making the correct play and explaining it, right? So that, like, people understand, like, what the right decision is to make here and why to make it. So we don't need damage, right? We've got a ton of damage. This is, like, way more damage than you're used to having on floor 1. Eviscerate, die, dash, Blade Dance, Slice, Infinite Blades, tons of damage. There's damage coming out of our ears here. So picking damage here just isn't right. What we're missing is card draw. Card draw may be weak to set up heal hooks. We also need either a second heal hook or, like, one of those like 0-cost card draw uncommon cards, because you need 2 cards to do a heal hook loop, right? 2 cards that both cost net 0 and draw a card. 2 cantrips. So we're on the lookout for one of those and some card draw to so that we can draw the whole deck. And well-laid plans does theoretically help a little bit, but it might end up not helping. And it helps us whiff, too. So I think I'm going to skip the well-laid plans. Alright, we can Eviscerate to kill him. I guess we can Eviscerate to kill either one, because we can Survivor. So we Survivor and then Eviscerate the back one to avoid getting weakened. Or we could just Alchemize, Blade Dance to split both, and Survivor to block. I like getting Alchemized in during the fight, so let's do that. Got a side quest here, so might as well do it. Pew. Calculated Gamble seems great for helping to set up the loop, right? Is it? It says exhaust on it, so it doesn't get in the way. But Calculated Gamble, like, reduces... Like, if you draw 6 cards and one of them is Calculated Gamble, you've only really drawn 5 cards, right? But you could use that card to make you draw 11 cards instead of 6. I think Calculated Gamble's a take. Curse for Doubt, we could go to a shop and remove the card immediately, or remove the doubt immediately. There is going to be a little bit of pressure on our card removes during this run. So I don't want to, like, super lightly bump the cost of card removes up. But I think that is actually the line here. We might actually never fight a hard pool fight here. If we do this, then we're, like, taking the curse, going to a shop, probably not fighting a hallway fight here, but even if we do, it would be an easy pool. And there's, like, no other opportunities for easy pool fights the rest of the act. It's like, this can't be, that can't be. This one could. That can't, that technically could. and then these can't. So like there's only 2 question marks to be, or 3 question marks, and 2 of them have to be fights for us to fight a hard pool fight, if we take this. So I said that we don't want to super lightly increase the cost of removing a card from the deck, but since Pandora's Box like kind of removes like 10 cards from the deck, we're pretty far ahead on card removes currently. So I don't feel too bad about that cost here. The shop could be pretty helpful. Shop could have another could have the other heal hook in it, could have one of the 0 cost neutral cards. Could have like a, whatchamacallit, after image. I think we do it. Purity. Normally Purity is like quite bad, but Purity like definitely gets there here. So we can do like Purity backflip card remove. If we Purity, yeah, leg sweep is potentially, mainly because it says weak on it. We do have to get through people's artifact charges, right? And so currently we only have neutralize that does the weak. And we only have the 1 copy of heal hook too, right? So like, yeah, I don't really care about the block. What about like Masterful Stab? No, it doesn't say exhaust. I don't think I can afford it. Meat on the Bone is also here. Meat on the Bone's pretty huge. Take all the money. The problem with taking Purity is like very all in on the loop, and we like can't loop now, right? We need another heal hook before we can loop. So that's not great. I think we should do card remove, and then I think maybe just like footwork backflip. We need some more card draw, because we have to draw the whole deck still. Footwork doesn't add a card. Backflip does add a card to the deck. Presumably we can't afford card remove, footwork, backflip, Purity, right? So this costs 75, so we're down to 204. This costs 81. We do like Meat on the Bone, it's just very expensive. The problem with Meat on the Bone is we keep a doubt in the deck. That's the primary problem. So this puts us at 204. This takes 81 from that, so we go down to 123. 123 Purity plus backflip costs like 135. That's true. Backflip can theoretically be part of a loop. Backflip also participates in other loops, like if it's like backflip heal hook, then we've like net drawn 1 card and net cost 1 energy. So if we can get like, I don't know, like concentrate reflex tactician closes that loop. There's a couple of other ways to do it. I'm not doubting that we need Meat on the Bone. Meat on the Bone would certainly be helpful. It's just very expensive. I don't know if we can, like, we don't 100% need it, so. We could just, like, oddly smoothstone card remove. I guess there's only one. No, there's two block cards. That make both of those block for a little more. Is going straight for heel hook deck the best play? I always feel like it constrains me so hard with the choices, and I end up dying to it. I would say it's usually not the right play, but we got a Pandora's box that included a heel hook. So that's a pretty strong signal that we're going to be able to do it here. But we do need to stay flexible, right? So like if we start getting other signals that it's not going to be possible, we need to listen to those and stop trying. Maybe it's like card remove attack pot purity. Can we afford that? Yeah, certainly. We could do like card remove attack pot purity backflip, I think. This costs 131, 185, 276. So yeah, we can afford it with 3 extra. That seems like a pretty decent line. It's not as all in because the attack pot mitigates some of the downsides. Gets a card remove on the weak. And backflip helps mitigate what the deck's bad at, which is blocking. Okay. Get another card remove. 7 health is expensive. That might be worth it. What would we remove? Probably Blade Dance. Blade Dance feels pretty weak. The only cards that don't exhaust and aren't part of the combo are like Survivor, Eviscerate, Outmaneuver, Dash, Slice, and Blade Dance, right? All the other cards either exhaust or draw cards or are directly part of the combo, so like Neutralize and Heel Hook. And like, we're not getting rid of like Survivor and Dash because those are extremely constrained resources. Outmaneuver seems like minorly helpful with an Acrobatics and a Backflip for setting up. And the rest of the things exhaust. So it's kind of like Slice and Blade Dance are the odd men out. I think they're the card remove targets. 16 card deck. How many cards exhaust currently? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards exhaust. So even if we didn't have Purity, we would be able to get down to a 10 card deck currently. But we do have Purity, so we can get down to a 7 card deck currently. So maybe we just destroy it for the gold. No, card removes are super valuable. And this is a loop deck, so I don't think we are going to be skipping a card remove. So let's just take it. I guess we could remove Slice instead of Blade Dance. Blade Dance is more expensive than Slice. We have a lot of card draw, so I think I value having the 0-cost attack in the deck. Alright, let's do our first elite. Sentries, okay. Let's do Power Pot because we have Alchemized in hand. And we get 1,000 Cuts or After Image. Let's pick 1,000 Cuts. I think that's how we win the fight, right? We get another Power Pot. Okay. Dash Backflip's a great start. Let's start with Backflip. Probably gonna end up like calculated gambling and stuff this turn too. Sorry, Jizzo. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too distracted by all the accuracies going on. It's okay, but it's definitely not very good. Calculated gamble draws these 3. I think I'd rather draw these next turn. Die to die is pretty good. Maybe I should have calculated game while instead of backflipping to try and draw the die to die. We could also like attack bot for a die to die. I'm pretty happy just taking 5 though. Oh, that's a good point. Oh shoot. Yep, eviscerate. I didn't even think about eviscerate. Everybody in chat's right. Eviscerate would be free. So we started with the power pot for 1,000 cuts. 1,000 cuts. Alchemize. Put the damage on this guy. Took 2. Oh, Twitch chat. Thank you for helping me. We could calculate a game instead of slicing. That causes us to shuffle now, so we get fewer dazes in the draw pile. Also, since we're playing Eviscerate, this is going to do 18 damage, so we already have lethal on this sentry. This slice damage is not super relevant, but we could slice on like middle sentry or something. Gets an extra 5 on him. I think I like the early shuffle better. We got slice back anyway. Okay. You just have to choose slice before or after the shuffle. Alright, dash blocks out. Backflip versus outmaneuver. One of them's getting played, the other's getting perioded. I guess backflip gets us through more dazes. I'll just keep it daze. That's fine. So we just have to play 2 cards next turn to kill him. Ideally, they're both attacks that we can put on back sentry. Sweet. Alright, same deal next turn. Just need 2 cards. 1 card. Yeah, I think I'm willing to pay a potion to save 10 health. Why not? Gira. Interesting. Reflex is making my eyes bug out a little bit. So if we can like acrobatics reflex, that draws like the whole deck basically. There's also theoretically like acrobatics reflex concentrate, I think, is a helps us close the loop. Okay. It does add a card to the deck, but we had plenty of room to add cards. Smith versus Lift here. Some really good Smith targets: acrobatics, purity, reflex, even backflip. Dash is a really good upgrade. But Lift is quite good too. The purity upgrades is 5 cards instead of 3. 3 is probably enough. I think purity is probably not the upgrade here. Alchemize upgrade just decosts it. I don't know if we need that. I think smithing acrobatics is pretty nice. I could really use some more energy. Maybe we smith outmaneuvers in the conversation. Infinite Blades becomes innate? Yeah. That's bad. Calculated Gamma gets worse. We want it to exhaust. We don't want it to be part of the deck forever. I wish that backflip went up to 8 block on 3 cards. Reflex Plus is okay. I mean, the reflex upgrade is super good. But like drawing an extra card is also what Acrobatics Plus does, and Acrobatics is better on its own. I don't know about Neutralize. I feel like Neutralize upgrade is probably worse than Lift, right? I'd rather just murder people. Than like try and get another weak charge. We are in actually quite a bit of trouble against Guardian here. We need to shape up a little bit for that fight. So maybe it's backflip. Get the extra block. Or dash. Yeah, let's do a dash upgrade. It's never bad. Dida's got a good upgrade too. 4 AoE damage. We did just fight sentries though, so probably... Well, we are actually still likely to fight sentries again. 0.75 sentries on average. Or... Wait. Yeah, we're likely to fight 1 sentry, I guess. Because either the next fight... Okay, so the next fight can't be sentries because we just fought them. And the fight after that is a 50-50 shot of being sentries. And then if that one was sentries, then we're fighting exactly 1 sentries. And if that one wasn't sentries, then we still have a 50% chance. So it's 0.75 total, yeah. Alright, let's do dash. Okay, question mark. Ho ho ho, Nunchaku. Hello. So Nunchaku, let's see. Does that open up any additional infinites? We have like Slice and Heel Hook, so we could like do both of those and then an Acrobatics. No, it's not infinite. It's not enough attacks there to proc Nunchaku reliably. Getting Nunchaku to be part of an infinite is quite a trick. Toy Ornithopter is huge pick here because we got Alchemize. This elite commits us to 2 more elites. I think we're fine with that. We're at 40. Should be okay. Of course it's Gremlin Nub. Okay. Seems like Eviscerate and Neutralize is the best way to start. Let's use a Power Pot too. Interesting. Yeah, I don't manually manage my clocks. I don't really know. I think they changed over. It is lighter now when I wake up. So, hooray! Coal rationing achieved. Great job, Modern Society. Afterimage results in us having more health at the end of the fight, and doesn't mean we have to play skills, which is nice. Fumes does 2 damage next turn, and then 3 damage the turn after that, and then 4, so it's a total of 9, probably. It's not a ton of damage. Afterimage, or Infinite Blades does more. Infinite Blades does 12 over 3 turns. Or, yeah, it does. So Noxious Fumes is never the pick. Yeah, sorry about the stream quality yesterday. We have dropped a couple of packets today. We dropped 41. But that constitutes 0.0% of our total frames, so context. I think I'll take the Afterimage. We do plenty of damage. Afterimage is the only one doing something we aren't otherwise doing. Alright, dash is nice. We're playing any of the skills. Alchemize. Alchemize gains us 5 health, right? I'm a little bit worried about not having dash next turn. I was hoping for dash next turn. Good calculated gamble to like look for a die this turn. That also opens up the possibility that we draw a dash again next turn. Because we draw 3 extra cards, so we'd shuffle next turn. Yeah, actually there's a lot of ways for this to hit, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, die to die is probably the best one. If we backflip, we could get neutralize, and then we could neutralize heel hook, which would be nice. Okay. Nope. Currently hitting us for 33, but we have 8 blocks. We take net 25. Go to 20. We need badly to kill him next turn. Is that happening? No, but we have block for next turn. Probably. Either dash or neutralize makes us survive. Survivor and Alchemize are both reasonable. Even outmaneuver makes a little bit of sense, because we could dash and eviscerate. Is dash eviscerate lethal? It does 31, so it is lethal. Alchemize could theoretically get us like a block pot. We also have Toy Ornithopter, so that would be plus 17 health, effectively. Which is a lot. Fire Potion's also helpful. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of a potion that isn't super helpful here, so I think we're going to Alchemize. Liquid Memories. Okay. Well, Liquid Memories is probably lethal next turn with dash or eviscerate. So eviscerate, Liquid Memories eviscerate is lethal. We don't have enough energy to dash and eviscerate. Dash gains 14 block. Yeah, I think we're choosing the potion. Okay. Tiny chest and an explosive pod. Okay. Nope, we don't want any of these. We've got enough damage. Wow, we've been to 2 question marks, and both of them were chests. That's pretty insane. Man, Shuriken, Nunchaku, and Gira. If this wasn't a... Maybe this isn't a heel hook loop anymore. Maybe now we do want to do shivs. We've got the infinite blades. If we could just, like, find a lot of attacks, we've got a hell of a lot of scaling. Alright. We've got quite a few powers. Wait, that's not true. We've got 1 power. So we'd like to set that up before he wakes up. Okay, mission accomplished. We're going to want to get a strength proc on the turn we wake him up. We also have Alchemize. We have 5 energy this turn, so we can kind of do it all, I think. Okay. Let's just exhaust the Purity. It's not, like, actually good in the deck yet. Calculated Gamble. Let's make Eviscerate playable. It also discards the Reflex, so let's just play the Shiv and the Neutralize and see what we get. Dash is great. Unfortunately, backflip into heel hook does not work. We don't have enough energy. I should have done that before I dashed. But since I didn't, I'll just survive her. Okay, neutralize heel hook is sick. Alright, should be lethal next turn. Whetstone's interesting. Probably should have drank one of these potions, since I can't drink one now. I'm pretty sure I'll take a second die. It exhausts, so it's not like a long-term part of the deck. And it's a great card for Act 1 and Act 2. Piercing Whale also exhausts. So if we're looking for more block tools, we could take that. Only one elite left. I think I'm just taking die. And then upgrading it immediately. Sweet. Power Pot versus these. Last elite can be sentries again, 50-50 for sentries versus Knob. Power Potion's better against Knob. I guess I'll just discard the Gambler's Brew. I could see Rest here. I don't want to die to Gremlin Knob, so I think I will Rest. And then hopefully we're like lifting at the last campsite, I think. Alright, Explosive Pot's insane in the fight, and we've got Alchemize in hand, so let's see what that does. The Energy Pot, okay. I think we just use the Energy Pot now. Gets us Infinite Blades and Outmaneuver. Presumably we're playing die. Also heals us for 5. Okay. Die kills both the outside ones. And that's the fight. Alright. That was fast. Second Blackfoot is an option. I think we're probably going to say no to that. I am a little bit afraid of Guardian here. But I think we just have enough health to break him down. We'll get 15 health from potions in the fight if we need it. So we're kind of at 61. Seems like plenty. And let's go ahead and lift. Upgrade on Reflex is nice. Upgrade on... Oh, I guess Neutralize already got an upgrade. Clearly I'm a degenerate. You want second backflip so you can pivot into bullet time. Yeah, I think we're still on Team Heel Hook loop here. We don't want to invalidate that. Yeah, let's just lift. So strong. Okay. I would like to play 3 attacks this turn. We have a bunch of energy. I guess let's see what Neutralize Heel Hook does. Yeah, I understand the attraction to doing the wrong thing. Caltrops? He does do him a lot of multi-attacks. I could see accuracy too. We could just Wraith Form and not play it now. Yeah, that seems like probably the sensible play. Yeah, let's pick Wraith Form. And then let's make our hand big and calculated gamble. I guess it's not that big. Maybe I just outmaneuver and save the calculated gamble. There's not really any card draw next turn, so I think that's a bad idea. our choice of dies to end the turn. Pretty convincing turn 1 split. This seems like a purity opportunity. I think we're going to purity like Eviscerate, Reflex, and Slice here. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have played Infinite Blades. Now I'm going to be forced to play Shivs every turn. Is it Wraithform now? Why the Slice? It's hard to play attacks against Guardian, because he's in damage return form a lot. But I should have taken out the Infinite Blades instead of the Slice. In fact, no, I don't want to go back. We're in pretty good shape, so I'm not gonna mess it up. We've got a dash here. Dash Survivors is enough to block out. Oh wait, we don't have enough energy for that. I guess like dash and then shiv. We are pretty much forced to play the shivs or else they're going to build up. Okay, so we can get a strength proc with neutralize shiv, die. And block out with like survivor outmaneuver. There's card draw next turn, so let's play an outmaneuver, sure. Definitely bleeding health, but we're bleeding his health a lot faster, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Can we get another strength proc this turn? If we neutralize into another 1-cost attack, sure. Ooh, neutralize. Or heal hook. Look at that. And then we can just outmaneuver for next turn. Seems good. We're getting up to the point where we could Wraithform if we feel like it. Okay. Backflip draws 2 of these. Probably draws neutralize. Got heal hook set up. Does not draw it. Alright, I guess I'll keep waiting on Wraithform. So if we heal hook, shiv, dash, we get plus like net 1 block, and then we can still survivor. Okay. But we did get neutralized from the heal hook, so we have lethal. Great. All right. The deck is like clearly feeling around the edges of an infinite, right? Third die, I guess. There's the bullet time that Captain Zippers wanted to pivot into. Not being able to card draw ruins the OTK, obviously, but I'm pretty happy to see another die. Glass Knife is not crazy either. We have a lot of strength scaling, so having Glass Knife attack twice is pretty good. But AoE is super valuable in Act 2, so I guess I'll take a third die. I mean, why not, right? Alright. Oh my god, Wristblade. Also, Sacred Bark with Alchemize is like kind of nuts. We also have a regen potion in the bar. So like Sacred Bark does a ton of work. And Black Star if we're hunting. Seems like we're hunting. So these are all really good. Yeah, it's true. Sacred Bark, Alchemize, and Ornithopter. I didn't forget about you, Ornithopter. We kind of have to do that, right? Like, that's so good. No energy here, notably. It seems like Wristblade is clearly the weakest. They're all strictly better than Skip. So Skip is eliminated. I think Wristblade's eliminated just by how good Sacred Bark is. What does Black Star do? Black Star usually gives strength scaling, some kind of survivability tool. We are a little bit weak on survivability. Alright, see you later, B-Mod. I think we should just, like, turn off Brain, pick Sacred Bark. We've got a regen pot. Sacred Bark regen pot is nuts. The Alchemize, Ornithopter. It's, like, one of the best Sacred Barks I've ever seen. I'm still considering Black Star over it, too. It seems like we're probably going to be fine against the elites for the rest of the run. So, like, Black Star is pretty reasonable. Like, imagine this deck against, like, Giant Head. Against Nemesis, we're going to end up, like, infinite looping people on turn 1. But yeah, Sacred Bark is insane, right? Sacred Bark has got to be better than 3 random relics. So let's pick Sacred Bark. Okay. Champ. Alright. We are going to need to find a second loop card. We definitely want to do that in Act 2. We do not want to be waiting around for too much longer. So we're going to want to go to a shop, because shops have the... there's 2 colorless cards that do it. I forget what they're called, but one of them attacks and one of them blocks. Ideally, we find the block one, probably. So that we can do this against the heart. So we're going to want to go to one of these shops. Yeah, Finesse is the block one. I don't remember what the attack one's called. So it's possible to go to both shops. We could shop here, do 2 elites, and then shop there. Seems fine. Black Star should be more than 3 random relics. Yes. Black Star would probably be like 5 relics at least. Because we're doing like 2 this act and then... Yeah, Flash of Steel, that's correct. Fail Panic. But Sacred Bark is so good. Like, the reason Black Star is not good is, like, the deck already has a clear scaling path towards being, like, insanely good, right? Like, the deck just, like, goes infinite eventually. So, like, having Black Star mean, like, we also have, like, 3 extra strength when we're doing infinite stuff is, like, kind of unnecessary. But Sacred Bark makes sure we survive Act 2, which is, like, way more important. Alright, let's Acrobatics so that we can figure out what we want to Purity. I don't think we want a Purity Survivor. I think it's just like Purity Slice, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, we can't do that, because then we don't get a Strength proc this turn. I want a Strength proc. So then I guess we Purity outmaneuver. Okay. Alright. Backflip draws 2 of these. Could end up with 3 die in hand, which is always fun. We need a block, so let's do it. I guess 2 die. Actually, I'll play Infinite Blades die to help me get more strength procs. This fight's a little bit tricky. Maybe we, I guess we'll save the colorless spot for next turn. Because there's no way we have a solution for 22 damage. Alright, colorless potion, what do you got? Another Purity, a Dramatic Entrance, or a Transmutation. I guess I'll take the Dramatic Entrance. It's not good, but it's not, like, actively bad. Maybe it is good. Seems like we've got enough damage. Yep. Great. Okay. Nope, we don't want these. They're all upgraded, which is neat. Did I skip Alchemize in that fight? Was Alchemize, like, in my hand at the end? I guess I was out of energy at the end, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I have energy. Oops. I just played it too fast. I can't restart it, unfortunately. We would just restart the reward phase at this point. I don't think we want any of these. Uh-oh, the wheel. The wheel getting shivved by a gremlin. Ooh, gold. Wow. Gold right before a shop? Thank you, gremlin. Alright, almost definitely going to 2 shops now. Assuming the first one doesn't make us, like, obviously infinite, which it might. Why not Noxious Fumes to strip artifacts? Just not necessary, I think. It could be helpful. Alright, let's play this and see what we get. Gambler's Brew. I guess Slice gets a strength proc. Da-da-da gets out of the deck. Let's get Calculated Gamble out of the deck before we have Hex. We might get a Sender's Bane too. Hey, we did. Do we Purity the Eviscerate? Eviscerate's pretty hard to play, and I don't really want to redraw the Purity. I think I will. Okay, end up taking 10. I'm gonna use the Gambler's Brew to secure lethal here. It gets us 5 energy, and it spends a potion in case she drops one. Or 5 health, rather. Aha, she did drop one. Validated. Second backflip is kind of an option, but I think we're gonna skip it. We're a 3 energy deck, and we're trying to do infinite stuff, so it's good to stay lean. Alright, what do you got for me, Shopkeep? None of the stuff. Violence is pretty helpful for setting up. We also have a membership card that's more than free, so that's always getting clicked on. Lantern's pretty good. We're probably going to be doing infinite combos on turn 1 eventually, so Lantern is basically just as good as a boss relic here. We could card remove the Slice. It's true that bullet time, it's trying so hard to get in here. It's like, hey, have you considered bullet time? It's like, yes, bullet time. I considered you. Goodbye. 2 minutes later, there's a knock on the door. Hey, just your friendly neighborhood bullet time. Just checking in. Seeing if you changed your mind. No bullet time. Go away. Whoa. Card remove hits probably Eviscerate at this point. I think Slice is more playable than Eviscerate a lot of the time. Slice and Eviscerate, I think, are the last 2 removable cards. Do you have a few minutes to talk about our Lord and Savior Bullet Time? Ooh. I've heard about Bullet Time. You get to go to the special happy place where all your cards cost 0. All you have to pay is everything. Yeah, removing Infinite Blades is fine. The reason I haven't removed it so far is it does get out of the way, right? Like once we play it, we don't have to redraw it. So eventually we can start removing cards like Infinite Blades and Alchemize that aren't like necessary for the combo. I think we probably remove Outmaneuver before we start removing those. So it's probably like Eviscerate and then maybe Outmaneuver next and then Slice. I don't know. Slice is nice that it procs Shuriken. Panacea helps us. It's true, Alchemize does have its own combo. We could theoretically take Panacea Bullet Time, and Panacea away the no draw effect. Unfortunately, Bullet Time has that irritating cost 0 this turn wording. The same as it works the same way as Mummified Hand. So if we use that on, for example, Heel Hook, it doesn't make like Heel Hook backflip an infinite loop, because after you play the Heel Hook, it goes back to costing 1. Which is silly. Alright, so let's card remove the Eviscerate. I don't want to buy too much stuff, right? Because I want to save some money for a potential second shop. But that is quite a ways from now, so we'll get more money before we get there. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, Lantern and Paint here. Like, Lantern, Paint, and Violence, maybe, is the line. The relics are good. It could upgrade Reflex, which would be huge. It could have hit Calculated Gamble, which would actually be pretty bad. Reflex and Acrobatics are probably the best, and, like, Purity and Backflip. Outmaneuver is okay. Alchemize would be good. So there's, like, a bunch of good hits. Like, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7 good hits and 1 really bad one. And it's not, like, super bad. Like, we can still combo if we have a Calculated Gamble in the deck. It just, like, throws up a tiny roadblock. Actually, Calculated Gamble, like, could almost be a part of an Infinite as well. If we had a Tactician, Calculated Gamble Plus could be part of an Infinite. That's a wild Infinite, though. Infinites with Calculated Gamble sound really complicated. Actually, just like Tactician plus, Calculated Gamble plus, and Backflip is an Infinite, right? It doesn't, like, do any damage, but it is infinite. Gets infinite block. Okay, alright. I guess I'll allow that to get upgraded. Okay, is there any reason to not buy Lantern, Warpaint, Violence? We probably want to buy Warpaint before Violence. The Violence upgrade is, like, not that impressive. What does Violence do in the deck? Draws, neutralize, heal, hook, dash, and 3 copies of Die to Die in a Slice. Could buy Panacea. Hope to upgrade it. You're not wrong. Panacea is a good card. Also doesn't interfere with the loop. Yeah, maybe Panacea is better than Violence here. Panacea also lets us save a little bit of gold. Could we end up at a surprise shop? I think the answer is no. I don't think we're fighting this Mega Elite. I think we're fighting a Standard Elite here. Although maybe we should be fighting a Mega Elite. We get more question marks that way. But do we want question marks? We don't want bites or apparitions. Ancient Writing is just a card remove. We do have regen pop for Mega Elite. We're in a pretty good spot for Mega Elite. I think we are going to fight the Mega Elite. Well, so we can't actually get an infinite with the current cards, is the problem with with that thinking, Artie, because it's we need another copy of whatchamacallit, Heel Hook, which may never come. Heel Hook, Finesse, or somebody remembered the name. Flash of Steel. FPL Panic. Are the main ways to do it, but honestly, like, there's quite a few sort of side channel ways to get there now. Alright, I think I'm gonna do Lantern, Warpaint, and neither of these. I don't think they're sufficiently helpful. And if we're going to a bunch of question marks, I don't mind saving some money just in case we end up into an extra shop. Shard into dual wield. I don't know. Would we take Shard? Does Shard help? Shard helps sometimes a little bit. It might hurt, though. Alright, what do we got here? Purity outmaneuver. That's kind of bottom tier, but not bad. Okay, and now I think we're done. Maybe we do buy Panacea. Because, like, if we infinite combo against the Heart, we still need, like, to survive, right? Because we can't just... We can kill him at the end of the first cycle, assuming we're damage capping every turn, right? But we still need to not die to his attacks. So we need to, like, weaken him, which basically takes care of the big attack, but we need to also not be vulnerable. So I think I will take a Panacea. All right. Got that classic Sentry cameo. I think we're gonna use an attack pot here to get a Shuriken proc, and also we have Alchemize in hand. Does Panacea help if we already have an Alchemize to look for Artifact pot? I mean, so because of Alchemize, our potion slots are like pretty blocked up, so we can't really just like roll Alchemize repeatedly looking for an Artifact pot and then be like, yes, yes, my precious Artifact pot. Because we're gonna have like a Fairy in a bottle or a Ghost in a jar at some point. And we already are basically treating the regen pot that way. So, kind of. Yeah, Potion Belt. Potion Belt would be nice. Wow. Glass Knife. 2 copies of Glass Knife with an extra strength seems pretty good. Alright, so this says 18. The other one's going to do 20. 18 plus 20 is 38 plus 14 kills Sentry. Okay. I guess let's see what this is. Cunning Potion. Oh my god. That is an awful lot of strength. How many dies have we seen now? If you count the one from that attack bot, which you really shouldn't. It would be our 5th one, I think. I guess I'll play Infinite Blades too. Why not? Okay. Is Outmaneuver good? Yeah, we've got Backflip and Acro next turn, potentially. And then we need block more than we need to exhaust cards, so... I guess I should have Purity'd on nothing and then Survivored also on nothing to get rid of the Purity. But whatever. Panacea is actually pretty good in the fight to avoid the Frail. It's too late now, but... I imagine we have lethal. Okay. Speed Pot. Well, Speed Pot has to be worse than Cunning Pot and Regen Pot, so it's not getting picked, unfortunately. Nope. Those aren't it. Alright, great potions here for a Mega Elite. Super happy with that. Book of Stabbing ain't got nothing on this. we could Cultist Pot in this fight too. Just scale up real fast. We have to spend one of these potions, right? Because we're gonna draw Alchemize. Or I guess we already had Alchemize, huh? I mean, that's a good potions for the next fight, too. Honestly, this deck is too fast for Cultist Spot. It's true, we got a Demon Form in the Relic Bar. I think I'm gonna take it. Triple die to die. We take 21. Yeah, Book of Epic is extremely dangerous, right? Yeah. Alternate plan is we Survivor Infinite Blade single die to die. Saves the other die to dies for when we have more strength. Blocks a wound. So we end up taking 13. If we triple die to die, we do 58 damage. It's not like lethal or anything. Yeah, I think I like Survivor better. Infinite Blades is going to hit really hard with 7 strength next turn. Let's just calculate gamble these. I want to draw more stuff. Darn. I guess we blocked out. It's cool. Yikes. I think we're going to try and save the regen pot. We probably get lethal next turn. We're losing half of our health here, but we should get there. We only have to hit him with a 0 damage attack would do it, so yeah. Oh, I guess not quite. Alright. Paper Crane. That's very helpful. Crippling Cloud is an extra way to do weak. And it exhausts, so we don't have to keep it in the deck. We are a 3 energy deck that has plenty of damage, though. I think we just skip here. Crippling Cloud is nice. But not necessary. I know, right? The regen pot, is just, it heals us basically to full if we let it. It's pretty hard for us to stick around in a fight for 10 turns, so it's probably actually only worth like 27 health to us or something, but still. Or I guess 32, because it's 3 turns of this, but then also the Ornithopter proc. Yeah, I think we're skipping. Crippling Cloud and Leg Sweep both get a lot better with Paper Crane, so maybe we should think more about that. How many cards currently exhaust? We got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards exhaust. So we're a 9-card deck after everything's gone, assuming Purity hits nothing somehow. So we can afford to add a card, technically. Yeah, I think we're probably more afraid of the Gremlin Leader, but even then, like, the next fight is guaranteed to be AoE, because the other 2... elites are both AoE fights, and we have 3 copies of Die to Die. How can I skip a Leg Sweep with a Paper Crane? That hurts. Cloud seems less impressive than usual. I mean, Cloud exhausts, right? So it doesn't add a permanent card to the deck, and 2 AoE weak. Also, it strips 2 artifact charges instead of just 1. Leg Sweep is nice for the block, though. Like, we have very little block. It's just Survivor, Dash, and Backflip. Yeah, I think Crippling Cloud is a take. I guess we have to take Crippling Cloud. I mean, by the time the heart gets artifact, actually, so if assuming we're damage capping him every turn, we kill him before he gets artifact, because he gets artifact on his 4th turn, but we kill him on our 4th turn, so he doesn't get one. Alright, fine. And we could do either extra question marks or extra fights before the shop. Act 2 hard pool fights are no joke. We get like Chosen Bird or like Snake Plant Fungi Beast. I'm not too afraid of any of those. I think the scariest is Snake Plant, right? Snake Plant hits us really hard. Yeah, I think we're dodging. Marbles? Holy cow. Do we need marbles? Yes. Strips artifact charges, if nothing else. Okay. Give me more die-to-dies. We're always drinking this turn. I've only got 3 energy. Yeah, let's just alchemize. Poison Pot? Does that mean we Poison Pot Crippling Cloud? I mean, I'm not saving it, right? There's nothing to save it for. I guess we could save it for Champ. But Poison Pot's not even that good against Champ. 12 poison is so much. I guess we shouldn't use it because we have a regen pot ticking. We need to get some value out of it. So I am in a Crippling Cloud, but not for not with the Poison Pot. And away we go. No Shuriken proc coming up, so we can just Infinite Blades and outmaneuver to set for next turn. Seems good. It's gonna be a die-to-die to meet his new summons, so. Welcome to the fight, Fat Gremlin. And goodbye, Fat Gremlin. We could Purity a Slice, but I'd rather get a Strength out of it right now, so I'll just Purity itself. Wow, he's just gonna go back and forth between summoning and buffing, huh? He's never gonna attack. Works for me. We have Lethal. I'd rather get 7 health, though. So I'll just set him up so that we have it in emergency. Okay. I guess we can technically wait for 1 more health. We could also set up Nunchaku a little better. A little better, but, like, not much. I mean, we might as well put it on 9, right? Because we have guaranteed Shiv lethal next turn. Thanks for never attacking, leader. Bottled Flame, huh? Terror plus says exhaust. I think we've already got the turn 1 vulnerable. I think that's probably enough. It does strip artifact charges, but that's kind of meh. Second outmaneuver's a no. Bottled Flame could hit die, heal hook, neutralize. Or we could just skip it. Dash. How do we want to start the heart fight? We want to make sure we draw weak before heal hook, right? So we should bottle neutralize. I guess that makes sense. It reduces the chance that we draw like Panacea though. There's like other important setup stuff to do. And like acrobatics. Do we really want to neutralize on turn 1 against the like Spire elites? Maybe. If we get like neutralize and crippling cloud, then we can like remove all their artifact charges and weaken them, which blocks for a lot. Yeah, okay. I'm convinced. Gremlin Horn. It's like minorly helpful from here on out. There's only like, we're not doing any more Act 2 elites, so it's just Act 3 elites and like bosses and stuff. Pretty happy if this is Sapphire Key. It's good against Reptomancer. Good in Thwack, I guess. We need to pick Sapphire Key at some point. Might as well be here. It could be like a Fossilized Helix or something at the next chest. Ooh, remove a card. We still have cards we want to remove, right? Next is Slice, and then Outmaneuver. Sure. If we take a Relic and Shame, then we don't have quite enough money for the shop. We want to be able to buy a heal hook at the shop, and heal hook costs like potentially 50. So we can't afford a card remove, so to leave. Smith or Lift? Lift is pretty nice. Smith is probably going on Reflex. That is also okay. I think we need to lift to kill Champ before he kills us. Could be red key. I don't see any reason why it would be. We'd probably still win the run if we red key here, but lift seems really good. Nope. He didn't give us the stuff. Actually, wait. Prepared Plus does it, right? So we can, like, Heal Hook, Prepared Plus, Reflex Plus does it? Or actually just Reflex Plus. Just Heal Hook, Prepared, Reflex Plus is the loop, right? Oh, there is a shard. Sorry, we missed shard. I think Prepared is a take. I think Prepared makes us infinite. Prepared, then we upgrade Reflex at the fire. Okay. Never had a Prepared infinite. That it was actually like, it's the plan. I have I had a Prepared infinite? I think no. I think I've never had a Prepared infinite, at least not on stream. 1 gold off for shard, good point. There's also a friggin' sundial here. So, like, yikes. That would make the infinite really easy. But yeah, I think Prepared closes the loop here. right? So, like, okay, so we've got the whole deck in the hand. We play Heel Hook, it doesn't draw anything, right? Because there's nothing to draw. So it's in the discard. And then we prepared... it draws the Heel Hook back, we discard the Reflex. Reflex, being discarded, draws back the prepared. And we play Heel Hook, redraw the Reflex. Yeah, that's an infinite loop. Okay. Neat. So I think it's actually infinite now, based on that read, because each of these cards draws, right? So Heel Hook, Reflex, and Prepared all draw. They all draw one card. So even right now, it's infinite. I probably will still upgrade like Reflex or Prepared or something, but we should be done. Yeah, we're not prepared for this way of making an infinite. Alright, I'll go to a question mark for like an upgrade, baby. Thwack, okay, great. Free relic. Hopefully. Okay. Also something cool about this infinite, it doesn't take forever because of Shuriken. Yeah, seriously. There's kind of some cruft in the deck too, right? Like we've got to play a bunch of die-to-dies before we can actually do the infinite, but like I'm not complaining about that. Let's neutralize on you, so you do less damage. Well, it also draws 2, though. I think it still works with the prepared, but it is awkward. You're, like, discarding some random other card in the middle of the loop. Maybe it does break. We have 7 energy right now. We can just dash him to death. And let's just Purity itself. Oh, we need to play Alchemize before the fight ends. We could draw Reflex is the best outcome. Nope. And I guess I'll try and draw Panacea. Exhaust that. We do take 2. Next, please. Victory. We've got Alchemized. Do we want Poison Pot or Colorless Pot for Champ? I think we want the Colorless Pot. Colorless Pot does more stuff. So we'll just use the Poison Pot now. We could wait until we're more injured, but I don't think we need to. Play the top 6 cards. That's hilarious. Panacea blocks the Vulnerable from Gremlin Knob, if that ever happens. Probably won't. Guess I'll play this. I wanted to play Infinite Blades. I think I will. I think I'll just take 4. We have to Heel Hook on Taskmaster because he's the weak one. But we want to kill Gremlin Nub, ideally. And there's another die-to-die, right? So Calculated Gamble is lethal most of the time, but it's guaranteed lethal if we just press end turn, so I'll take the no damage lethal. Okay. Tory Horncleat. Wow. That's a hell of an upgrade. That's a lot of block. Predator, Accuracy, Masterful Stab. I think we're skipping on all of these. We're online now, so no reason to take extra gunk. And I think we smith the reflex to help us get there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can turn one kill champ. Probably not. I think the deck is too expensive to turn one kill, but we do have 6 energy, so maybe. Neutralize heal hook's a good start. Calculate gamble with reflex plus draws, let's see, 5 cards. I don't think we need to backflip first. I guess we need to block for 10 this turn. So I'll go ahead and backflip first. We can play the top 6 cards. That is true. If we played the top 6 cards and it hit Purity right now, we could Purity, Outmaneuver, Dash, and Survivor. Clears up a little bit of room. I think I'm just going to do the boring play and play Dash, play Outmaneuver, and Calculated Gamble. Try and dodge some die-to-dies and get them out of the deck. Interesting. So if we play the top 6 cards now and it hits... Panacea is helpful, Crippling Cloud is helpful, Infinite Blades is helpful. They're all good, right? Okay. Yeah, the only miss is the Sunder's Bane. Hey, YTI. We could try and save the Distilled Chaos for the next act, but we have an Alchemize in hand, so why? Let's grab the Dash. Okay. So backflip can draw us into reflex. Cool. Yeah, this is a bit of a head exploding run, so I can't promise too much relief. Okay, we got the reflex, so we should be able to prepare to reflex it. And draw some cards. We got the reflex again. So I think we're going to play one of these cards, like Outmaneuver, Survivor, Infinite Blades, Die-to-Die, and then we're going to Purity the rest on Alchemize. So I think we're going to play the Alchemize, Purity the rest of them. And we should be infinite next turn. Ooh, Poison Pot. Alright, down to an 8-card deck. Should be able to draw 8 cards pretty easily. Acrobatics draws the whole team, and then Reflex redraws the Acrobatics, and then we're off to the races. Heel Hook draws nothing. Prepared draws Heel Hook. Reflex draws both of them. Okay, yep, that's it. Let's see, so what's the... Can we use number keys for this? We can't. Oh, we can. Okay, so it's 7. Or 6. Okay. 6, and 6, and 6. And 7 this time. Just prepared reflex is infinite, isn't it? Because you can prepare and then discard the reflex and you get both back. Yeah, you do. I don't know why I would have prepared reflex all the time, but it's an infinite all by itself. It's kind of fun. And net card draw positive infinite too. We cannot incorporate dash because it's not. Oh, it is actually. Oh no, it's energy neutral. The cycle's energy neutral, not energy positive. So we could dash 3 times, but not infinite. And this time it's a 7. It takes a 6. Let's go. Yeah, kunai makes this a lot faster, which is nice. Or, not kunai, shuriken makes this faster. Kunai would be pretty sweet. You know me, I'm a big kunai fan. Anytime I can fit kunai into something. Yeah, we do need a little bit of something to, oh, we are getting... Is it energy positive? How would we... Oh, it is energy positive because of the nunchaku. Nunchaku makes this energy positive. So we just need to play heel hook 20 times for every 1 time we play dash, or 19 times. So that's the loop. We do the heel hook loop 19 times, play dash once. Number keys. Pushing them on the keyboard. Doing silly stuff. Killing the champ. Are we done? Yes, great. Yeah, the heart we do need a solution for. 1,000 cuts is not helpful. Storm Steel maybe is helpful. I think probably not. Doppelganger is not helpful. It does say exhaust on it, so it doesn't hurt either, but... what about Finisher? Finisher is a silent card. Yeah, it was turn 2 champ. We weren't able to pull off the turn 1. Not being able to pull off the turn 1 is a little bit concerning against, because if that might mean we take an extra turn against the heart. Probably it doesn't matter, because the 4th heart turn is just him buffing himself. So if we let him survive 4 turns and kill him on the 5th turn, it's not a huge deal. Fusion Hammer seems pretty helpful. We don't need any upgrades, right? Yeah. We're infinite, so what would we need upgrades for? I guess, we're probably looking for, like, After Image. After Image is a very obvious way to make this, at least, health neutral against the heart. Although not quite. We'd need 2 After Images. Or a Finesse. Heal Hook's upgrade just makes it do more damage, so pretty useless. It already does plenty of damage. It does infinite damage. Prepared and Acrobatics upgrade would help us get there. Panacea would block the Frail, I believe is the next one. But I don't think we care about upgrades, so I think this has no downside. We do only have 1 lift left, so we're gonna lift once and then have a bunch of unnecessary campsites, probably. But we can just dodge campsites, we don't need to hit them. I think Philosopher's Stone is a little bit too dangerous against the heart, because we are still trying to figure out, like, how we deal with the beat of the heart, so we don't want to make him any more dangerous, and Tiny House is kind of a nothing burger here. 50 gold is actually pretty good because we have card, so we get a extra effective 100 gold. Also, we currently have, like, effectively almost 500 gold, so we should go to a shop. I'm not sure what we're doing at the shop, but... the potion could be good. Upgrading 1 random card... upgrading a random card is a little bit sketch, because upgrading Calculated Gamble makes it worse. And most of the good upgrades we've already done. I think getting turn 1 energy is actually pretty important, so I think Fusion Hammer is probably the pick for getting infinite. 5 max HP is it does give us a little bit more of a buffer to survive Heart turn 2. Tiny House could... No, Tiny House actually can't give us After Image, because our rare chance is 0 right now. I've talked before about the Tiny House card reward being awful. Is there a solution to the heart that you could find that would need an upgrade to work? Actually, yes. I think Finesse needs an upgrade to be block positive. Yeah, so we'd need to upgrade Finesse if we want to do like Finesse, whatchamacallit, Heal Hook. Then Finesse Plus is the infinite version. It's fairly persuasive. Yeah, the downside is something, but maybe we do House here. So how likely is the calculated gamble upgrade? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 good hits and 1 bad hit. So it's pretty unlikely, but it's not impossible. It's like 9%. Ooh, man. My brain really wants to say something else that's really bad and has about a 9% chance of happening, but I can't do that. Sorry, I'm sorry I even said that part out loud. People can probably figure out what I'm talking about. This is supposed to be a chill stream, none of that stuff. Nothing's happening today, we're just playing Slay the Spire. It's all good. My blood pressure just like shot up. I was just relaxing, just hanging out. Okay, so Tiny House lets us continue upgrading stuff. That's right, Artie. Everything's cool. I do like being able to upgrade stuff. Being able to upgrade stuff like acrobatics, and we do have like a couple of upgrades that we could use. Acrobatics, prepared, have meaningful upgrades, survivor even, alchemize, make it a little bit easier to get there. They're not the only upgrade that's like really important is the finesse upgrade, and we don't have a finesse in the deck. Also, it's worth noting that finesse minus and after image does still block the beat of the heart. Let's do some math. Like, do we need to be able to block the beat of the heart, or can we just health tank it? I think we can't health tank it, right? Because then he hits us on wait, maybe we can health tank it. Because, like, okay, so our max block per energy is survivor, right? So if every 10 whatchamacallit, heal hooks we fit in a survivor, it's three cards per loop. So we end up taking 60 per loop and then blocking for 8. Yeah, that seems pretty bad. I don't know what the heart solution is. This is going to be I don't know how we're doing that. Because he's just going to kill us right now. Like, yeah, we have to figure out some way to add block to this. And I guess that the Fusion Hammer does turn off one of our outs, so I guess we can't pick it. Because the deck is already infinite, right? Like, we don't need much help. So the fact that the Tiny House doesn't help much doesn't really matter. Yeah, palette. There's no such thing as White House. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. White Beast statue would be insane. But White Beast statue is no longer a boss relic. It used to be a boss relic, but now it's uncommon. It was quite bad as a boss relic, so I'm pretty happy they changed that. It was good though. I mean, it still is good. It was pickable. I'm gonna go with Tiny House. I don't think we need the fusion hammer. Yeah, Ghost in Jar could be a thing. We got the prepared plus. That's helpful. That's one of the ones I would have picked. These are garbage. We could take Piercing Whale, but I don't think we need it. Skill Pot is more effective at blocking than Colorless Pot. I think we just ditch the Poison Pot. Because we don't need that. We do infinite stuff. I guess Poison Pot's kind of useful against Time Lord, but we're at the end of Act 2 right now. We can't be holding a potion for the end of Act 3. So I'll take the 2 safety potions. Okay. Voluntary Tiny House. Oh, sorry, Palette. It's hard to hear jokes sometimes. We've already done our green key. We have a 50% chance of never getting Time Lord, which feels good. I think we're still trying to go to shops for the finesse, also because we have 500 gold. So I think we want one of the 2 shop routes. We're starting here and then going either here or there. A lot of elites available. If we go to this one, we can get one of these 2, or actually just specifically this one. So this leads to here, and then get this and that. So it's 2 elites, 2 shops. There's another 2 elite 2 shop route where if we go through here and then to this shop and that elite. Seems like that's kind of what we're doing. Okay. Where are my Darklings? I paid for Darklings. Let's start with a skill pot. They're attacking pretty aggressively, so. Double reflex. I guess calculated gamble. Let's neutralize this one to make sure he dies. Oh. He died too early. I guess we just calculated gamble again. Looking for survivor, basically. I guess we're taking 9. It's not clear what this deck's answer to Spiker is. Maybe we should have saved the poison pot for him. Crippling Cloud's a good start. I guess Crippling Cloud means that we can't play Heal Hook. Yeah, getting attacks in on Spiker is a pretty big deal here. Let's play Prepared. So let's just play Die Heal Hook on Spiker. No calculated gamble. I want to get rid of the center side. Alright. Dash gets us block. And then I think we're just going to look for more block with calculated gamble. Or actually, Fumes does it here too, or Crippling Cloud. Oh shoot, I thought we had enough energy for Crippling Cloud, I was wrong. Alright. I guess energy next turn then. Dash still blocked out, so that's good. Okay. Darn, maybe should have drank the Fear Pot at the end of the fight. I didn't think about the 5 health. Extra Prepared could be sort of useful, but I don't think useful enough. Liquid Bronze versus Fear Pot. I think Fear Pot's probably better against, like, Darklings. 6 Thorns is kind of crazy, though. I guess I'll take 6 Thorns. No, wait, who's that good against? Like, Writhing Mass, maybe? No, we needed the infinite Writhing Mass. Yeah, it's better against nobody. Okay. Or blocker. Alright. Guess Crippling Cloud is our only block here. I'll go and vulnerable him 2 to heal. I guess we could Colorless Pot for 5 health as well. That doesn't seem worth it. Dice lethal. Let's do this first. We could drink one of these just for health in case we win the 30%. I guess the way to think about that is we get 30% of 5 health, which ends up being 1 health or like 1.2 health. So that's probably not worth it because we might not get one, and these potions are pretty good. Footwork, Piercing Whale, Skewer. I think those are all no's. Footwork doesn't have a lot to work with. Piercing Whale gets in the way of doing infinite stuff, and Skewer's bad. Okay. Adrenaline seems great. Importantly, no finesse here. Ooh, you know what? We're looking for... we need to go to a bunch of question marks, because question marks can be Tesseract, and Tesseract has finesse. Is Shovel fantastic? It's okay. It's nowhere near as good as Adrenaline. Orrery? What would we even take out of an Orrery? Actually, Deflect. Deflect makes this infinite, right? What's the math on Deflect? Yeah, so if we block for 7, then we, if we play 4 cards in the cycle, if the cycle is, what is it? What's the first card? Heal Hook, Prepared Deflect, then we gain 1 block per cycle. So, or is the look for deflect line. I do not hate it. We could remove a card. We don't really need to remove a card anymore. The next card to remove is like Outmaneuver, which is awkward, but not so awkward that it like has to go. It's honestly like fairly decent. Then like Infinite Blades, which is like not even really bad, but like yeah, it's good in hallway fights because it helps us get shirk and procs and stuff, but not quite good enough to be part of. It's funny how Infinite Blades is like not part of the infinite. I'm gonna click the Orrery button. I think we're gonna do it. Obviously, Adrenaline is always a take. But let's look for a Deflect. Nope. I could take a Crippling Cloud, but I don't think so. Extra Prepared, no. No to these. Okay, so no Deflects. I think we're taking Orrery and then none of the cards. Which, you know, it makes sense. We were looking for a specific uncommon, right? So... Yep, I think we take literally nothing from this Orrery. Okay, well that's sad. Whatever. Regen Pot heals us for 55. I don't think we need that. I think we're just removing a card. Alright. More fighting. Darklings. It's true, but I think that's a wrong way of thinking about how to play the game. Because, like, yeah, that's functionally how randomness works, but if you think about the game that way, you'll make some incorrect decisions. Dead-Eye does a lot of damage. We can probably just kill them all. We have 2 Dead-Eyes. This one does... Yeah, so we'd have to find the other one. Let's go find the other one. We're discarding something to Survivor. Discard a Reflex. Oh, I have to discard 2? Okay. Ah, we did get the other Dead-Eye. Okay. So we drew Alchemize. Okay, stop doing stuff, game. Are we done yet? Okay. So we drew Alchemize so we can play that. Get Fear Pot, that's useless. We could just chug the Fear Pot, just in case they drop a potion. They are up to 40%. Or it is up to 40%. Okay. I mean, Vulnerable Pot's basically useless, right? So I'll take the 5 health. Hey, we did get a potion. Alright. There's the Deflect. I guess it's a common. I thought it was an uncommon there for a second. Which is funny, because I put it up in chat, and then ignored it. Okay, so Deflect is our heart solution, which is like the biggest problem the deck has left, so great. It doesn't need an upgrade. Kabeko is useless, but sure, whatever. Yeah, this is such a weird infinite. This infinite has a prepared plus and a deflect in it. All right. Sure. Why no Twitch integration? I'm not sure what you mean. What is the Twitch integration that you're looking for, Kisa Kill? What is the actual intended infinite? Here, let me show it in just a second. So the infinite is heel hook primarily, but then like you need 2 parts of the heel hook thing, right? Because you need something to draw back the heel hook. So in this case, that ends up being a prepared and a reflex, and because that is more than card draw neutral, it's card draw positive. So against the heart specifically, we're gonna put a deflect in there, so the loop ends up being heel hook, prepared, deflect, which blocks for 7 per cycle. And gets hit by the beat for 6. Yeah. So if there's like a specific mod you're looking for, then I'll consider it. I have run modded before, and it introduces some just like really minor OBS problems that irritate me enough that I haven't switched over, because there's no upside that I can see. But if there's something you want specifically, then I'll do it. Kisa Kill. If you can if you can go into the Discord and post like a Steam workshop thing for a mod that you think is important, then I'll take a look at it. Alright. Die. Helix doing some stuff. Calculated Gamble. I think we probably want to Acrobatics and then Calculated Gamble, right? To get more cards. I think we're probably trying to infinite him right now. If that's possible. Looks like that's maybe not possible. Yeah, you won't be able to post it in Twitch chat, which is why I linked the Discord. You can post it in there. So the Twitch overlay doesn't work, or at least the one that I had. And maybe they fixed it, but it didn't work last time I tried it. I guess we should... Well, these are pretty good potions. I'm pretty fine with just keeping these if that's the outcome. I guess we just need to exhaust stuff. Okay, thanks, Keyskill. Yeah, I'll have to ask Redbeardy what things he's using right now. 'Cause he's always very on top of his mod game. I think I'm gonna dash to block, and then calculated gamble to try and find more cards to exhaust. I don't know. I guess I can just exhaust die to die and like Purity, the calculated gamble survivor, and alchemize because I don't need alchemize this fight anymore. Yeah, all right. Wait, I don't want to infinite him next turn. Next turn he's intangible. That would take forever. Well, I guess we'll just survive next turn then. We might have to infinite him though. I'll do it if it needs to be done, but I hope it doesn't. Okay. Good, he's not attacking for that much, so we don't need to infinite him. If he was attacking for 45, we would need to infinite him at least enough so that we can cast Dash twice. It would only be 123. Easy. I guess we want to get stuff out of the deck, so it's like Crippling Cloud, die to die, deflect. Okay. Oh wait, we're already blocked out. Deflect does something. Okay. Alright. And now we should have infinite. On tap. I guess I want to keep the dash. Okay, so we got everything in the hand, so now we just do stuff until the fight's over. This other card doesn't matter. We could even do a heal hook. It would redraw it. Oh, I guess it wouldn't. Yeah, somebody was worried about upgrading Prepared Plus, but it doesn't block it. We just do it slightly differently. Just a random extra card. I guess that we should practice doing the deflect thing, huh? Yeah, so there's a 2-card loop here that's deflect and prepared. That does stuff. Okay, all right. So I'll stop practicing now because I don't need to. Okay. And one more loop, or we could just dash him to death. Hiya! Okay. Nope. We don't need these. Setup should change the cost for the rest of the combat. Change my mind. I think we need to smith the deflect if we want that loop to be block positive. So that's the highest priority thing to do right now. I'm presuming we get at least one more fire. Yeah, so we'll recall here. Whatever. Okay. We still have like 300 money. I'm not sure what we're doing at a shop, but I think we're going to a shop for some reason. Okay, Writhing Mass. This is a long combo because he has Malleable, but whatever, we can still do it. Let's start with Neutralize and then Cunning Pot. I guess we don't. We're at full health, so I guess. Yeah, let's get the strength scaling started. Let's get him on the right intention. There we go, that one's fine. Okay. So it'll play this to get rid of it. Cool. Guess we need to block, so I'll start blocking. Dash seems pretty safe, because we have Shiv and a heal hook in hand. Alright, 15's fine. I would like to get rid of the Shiv. I guess I can just Purity it. Yeah, so let's just Purity a bunch of cards. Okay, see you next turn, Rythy. Adrenaline. These aren't very helpful, so I'm just going to calculate and gamble them all. Maybe we're not infiniting this turn. Yeah, looks like not. We appear to be missing. Maybe backflip still gets it. It's possible. Writhing Mass is the bane of infinite decks. Why? Writhing Mass doesn't do anything to infinite decks. It makes it take slightly longer, I guess. Let's go ahead and get Panacea out of the deck and die, I guess. Sure. Oh no, we're vulnerable. What will we do? Prepare draws the other two cards. We do need to, like, neutralize here. So the heal hook, like, does stuff. It doesn't matter. Deflect. Okay. So now we're infinite, and we do stuff. Hold up. Is that... Did I just, like, magically not get disrupted the last couple times when it is possible? I'm not sure if I, like... Why was that? Why did that break? Did my hand get full or something? Is that what happened? Because this should never break. Oh, it's because I tried to do both of the things. I can't play both heal hook and deflect in the same loop, or else it has a chance of breaking. So I have to, like, do a deflect loop for infinite block, and then do heal hook loops for infinite damage. But I don't need deflect here. So I just pitch it. Okay. These cards, 7... Yeah. Now it's card 8. Oops, I did both. Not supposed to do that. But it worked. Alright, doing infinite stuff, killing Writhing Mass, paying him back in turn for all the damage he has caused over the years to the Slay the Spire community at large. Alright, we got him. Endless Agony is kind of cute. It adds an extra card to your hand so that Prepared hits a little harder. Procs Shuriken. It exhausts. It doesn't get stuck in the deck. I don't think it's necessary, though. Weak Pot versus Dex Pot. We don't make much use out of Dex Pot, and Weak Pot does rescue us from somehow missing on heal hook. We do have the bottled neutralize, so I don't think that's super likely to be helpful, but I guess it's more likely than Dex Pot. So we'll toss it in there. Sure, letter opener, whatever. We could take an extra elite or an extra fire, or an extra shop. We have 300 gold for the shop. We might as well just save it for the Act 4 shop, though. Because we're infinite, we don't need any help. Unless we need help against Time Lord, maybe? No, we should be fine. Alright, pretty well positioned against Giant Head. Kind of the opposite of a Snake Plant. Or, that's true. Letter opener means we can just do the block loop. Good point. None of these cards are helpful, so I'm just going to calculate gamble them. Rats. We ran out of stuff. We don't need deflect in this loop, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. It is infinite block, though. I mean, if we're going to infinite something, I'd rather infinite damage, right? Because so we just kill Giant Head. Okay, we don't really need the health, so I'll just hold on to the weak pot, I guess. I guess we need to play Alchemize to get it out of the deck. Is weak pot better than colorless pot? I think it's worse. Another deck spot, excellent. Guess we're just getting a die-to-die out of the way. Oh, getting both die-to-dies out of the way. Nice. I played them in the wrong order because I didn't realize I was playing both. A little bit slow on the setup here. The early, whatchamacallit, early purity means I have to like actually play the crippling clouds and stuff. But it looks like we should be infinite here. Yep, that ought to do it. Alright, Giant Head. Get your slow procs ready. I'm gonna have a bunch of them for you. I should have the card that I'm doing the loop with not cost 0, so I can't play it on accident. Oops, dash is too cheap. I can play dash. Okay. I think we'll give Dash the kill just to thank him for letting us throw him around here. Alright, good job, Dash. Lizard Tail, that's huge. Well, that's one of the ways we can block the heart, I guess. Hey, Escape Plan is part of an infinite, right? It's not part of this infinite, but like... Escape Plan Prepare plus Reflex plus is another way to do the infinite, right? If we upgrade it, or get a Dex. That's a 2-card combo that's positive block against the heart. So it turns out there's lots of ways to do it. Escape Plan, Deflect, Finesse, all of them would have done it. We've already got our way, so I think we're done taking cards, but interesting that there's more ways to do it. I think Gambler's Brew is quite a bit better than Deck Spot, right? Uh-oh, spin the wheel. Could get a curse, that'd be pretty bad. More money! Is this the second time we've gotten money in this run? From the spin the wheel? Because we got it in Act 2 too, didn't we? So much money, we have $1,000 right now. I guess I should have gone to this shop. Oh well. This is our recall. Wouldn't want to forget about that. And I guess, yeah, 2 wheels, 4 gold in one run. Alright, let's start off with an adrenaline. A couple of die-die-dies solve the hardest part of the fight. And now we're just digging for a good recycle, basically. Or is this card called Recycle? Purity. That's the one. That's true. We could go to question marks, and oh, I guess we could have. Now we can't. We're committed. But this is an extra relic. That seems fine. Backflip this card draw. Oh, I guess a neutralized heel hook also needs to happen. We're trying to get Purity. Can we discard 5 cards and guaranteed get Purity? We want a Purity like almost all of these cards. Oh, that's true. Oh man, we could have gotten a Tiny Chest Relic anyway. Darn. So the question marks were better here. I just didn't think about it enough. I was just like, Elite's good. Fight, kill, murder. But Captain Zippers is correct. Although, I think Tiny Chest, if we want to be like really pedantic, Tiny Chest has a slightly smaller chance at a rare relic. Because Tiny Chance can give you a small chest, which can't give you a rare relic. So if we're looking like for like a specific rare relic, like a Fossilized Helix or a Incense Burner, taking the Elite is a better way to get it. But I was not deep in those weeds when I made the decision, so I don't want to misrepresent myself here. Well, let's just use this to get rid of the cards that already exhaust themselves and are like useful later. I don't know what I'm doing. Prepared draws Purity, which sets up for lethal use stuff. That's right, we couldn't get the tungsten rod. Perish the thought. I think I just want to Purity these two. Okay. Alright. I think the goal is to kill Reptomancer this turn. Although we don't have much draw, so we might not be able to get there. Two die-to-dice is definitely helpful for the daggers. So like deflect and double die-to-die means we never have a bad outcome this turn. And it looks like we have an infinite outcome instead. Or wait, no, there's too many cards here. 3, 6, 7 cards in hand. 11 cards. Yeah, that does mean we're infinite, theoretically. Right. I don't know. I don't know if we're infinite or not. Yeah, I think we missed. Because, yeah, we can't play Deflect again. Okay, so we just have to play, like, whatever, Deflect Die to Die or something now. That's good enough. Backflip Acro should get us into loop zone. And then we're happily ever after. Although we only need to do the combo like twice because she's already like almost dead. Yeah, I think that like the secret hero of this deck, because it looks like it's an infinite combo deck, but like those die-die-dies are like, they really gave us some leeway to do some silly things. What do we think about Wraith Form? It's an answer to the heart, but do we need an answer to the heart? It seems like we already have one. We have like several answers to the heart at this point. Lizard Tail and the Deflect-A-Loop should be enough. Is Wraith Form nuts? I mean, it's pretty good. We could take it and upgrade it too. Maybe we're more worried about the Time Lord fight than the Heart fight. Maybe Wraith Form helps there. But we don't need losing. That's true. Losing decks does mess with the infinite block. Yeah. We don't need time though. We just need like to not take garbage cards. Like it's the hardest part of the infinite is like playing the like infinite blades and the die-die-dies and stuff and the crippling cloud. Like it costs a lot of energy to exhaust the deck. Actually, let's count that. So it costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 energy to exhaust all the exhausto cards. Although I guess Adrenaline costs -1, so let's say 6 energy. But like, if we add Wraith Form, that adds 3 more cost. So that's like a whole extra turn where we can't combo because we're a 3 energy deck. So I think no on Wraith Form for me. And I think that probably also implies that Adrenaline is the upgrade because Adrenaline gets extra energy when you upgrade it. Okay. Taking Wraith Form and removing it in Act 4 is decently good idea, right? Because if it saves us against Time Lord, then maybe it's worth it. I don't think we need it against Time Lord. I think we just outscale Time Lord. But I suppose we shall see. Alright, let's get the exhaust cards out of the deck. And try and draw some more. I guess I'll just play Alchemize for nothing, because these potions are pretty good. Alright. I wish I could have Panacea'd the Constricted, that would have been neat. Oh shoot, we just broke. The combo is broken. Looks like we're still protected by Dash and the Horn Cleat, but we are taking 27, so a significant amount of damage. But we're down the 9 cards, so we should be able to combo up next turn. Okay. He is not weak, so we need to do that, and then we can do this. And then we start doing this kind of stuff. And we never stop. That one's on 9 this time. Usually it's on 7. Oh, we gotta give it to Dash, right? Maybe Dash needs to get removed. Dash is kind of a clunky card. Maybe like Dash or Survivor is the next card removed. There's probably no more card removes, so. Nope. Those are bad. Accuracy plus. It does say plus on it. That is a good point. Let's go ahead and smith the adrenaline. Seems like the best upgrade by quite a bit. Oh wait, maybe acrobatics plus. Would I rather draw an extra card or get an extra energy? I think get an extra energy. I guess Alchemize Plus also gets an extra energy, right? Because they both, once a fight, give you 1 energy. Accuracy Plus is not +5 damage per round. It would be because Accuracy Plus applies only to shivs. Oh, you mean per turn? I thought you meant per cycle of the combo of the heal hook. I thought you were thinking that it boosted heal hook for some reason. Now that I look at it, heal hook doesn't even cost 0, which is the thing I thought you were confusing it for. It costs net 0, but it wouldn't trigger wrist blades. Okay. We do have to punch through artifact charges here, and they're doing quite a bit of damage on turn 1, so a little bit scary. Our only card draw is prepared. So let's draw... what's that card called? Crippling Cloud. Nice. We don't need heal hook this turn. And let's go ahead and neutralize on deck. Now dash blocks out. And I guess I'll play Deflect 2. Exhaust, Panacea, and Infinite Blades. Cool. We could Cunning Potion for some more damage. Seems unnecessary. We can do it next turn if we need to. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Gazzleby. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Gazzleby. Let's play Acrobatics, yeah? There's an Adrenaline. I like that card. Let's get the Shiv out of hand. Purity and Calculated Gamble have been fighting each other, because I want to, like, Purity all these cards out of hand, but I also want to Calculated Gamble and, like, draw more. I think Calculated Gamble wins this turn since I have 5 extra energy. So we'll backflip Calculated Gamble. I'll go ahead and fit in the Neutralize on Donu, too, since it blocks this turn and sets up for the Infinite. I guess if we're blocked this turn, Puritying 3 Die to Dies. Or, I guess we could just play 3 Die to Dies. No, I want a combo right now, because we have days, and we're going to get more of them if we're not careful. So let's keep going. Who makes the dazes? Is it Donu or Deka? I always forget. Boss enemies. Donu, Deka. It is Deka. Okay, so we're killing Deka first, because he's the one who breaks us the most. And we want to hold dazes if at all we can. I'll play Deflect. Actually, I'm going to play Alchemize to get it out of hand. I'm concerned about hand size with the Acrobatics Reflex. That draws 5 cards. It's safe now, though. It was safe before, too, but whatever. Okay. So now with Prepared, we have 9 cards in hand, right? 3, 6, 9. So if we Prepared and hit Reflex Plus, we would be sad, but that can't happen. Okay. There's the Purity, so we can exhaust the Die-Die-Dies. We want to keep that, and we want to keep this. Okay, so now we've only got 1 energy left, so we should exhaust. And we've got 5 cards in hand we can exhaust. This is a full value purity. Wow. Sorry for the disrespect, Die. I do respect your participation in the deck here, but you're just not good this turn. Alright, we got down to 7 cards. They're both weak for next turn. Should be pretty easy infinite here. He was not weak. His weak wore off. Oops. I should say oops, I guess. Not sure why oops sounds so wrong, but it sounds really wrong. No, it's okay. We can recover. We'll be fine. I did mess up though. Playing heel hook and not hitting something felt like uh-oh. But we had plenty of extra energy. German people say ups? Huh. We're gonna get through Donu's armor with the letter opener here. Before we kill Deca, right? Is that gonna happen? Place your bets in chat. No counting. Counting is cheating. Ah, we did. Okay. I've gotten much faster at playing infinites since I started streaming. This sort of thing would take me quite a while. Okay. Can we just get rid of the rest of the cards? I guess we can't. None of them exhaust. Playing Ascension 20, doing infinite combos. German people also say oops, but spell it ups. Huh. Getting Donu low to stack Happy Flower. That sounds like a very responsible way to play Slay the Spire. Going for small marginal advantages. We should also set up Nunchaku, theoretically. The next fight could be Time Lord, so that's pretty scary. I guess we'll just see where we're at. So, yeah, I guess Happy Flower's on a really bad setup, though. Do you have any general tip for getting infinites consistently? Infinites do not happen consistently. This is an inconsistent way to win the game. If you really want to do it, what you do is you boss relic swap every time, and then when you don't get Pandora's Box, you run to the Act 1 boss and die intentionally, and then you start over and try to get Pandora's Box. That's the most consistent way to get infinites, because Pandora's Box almost always... a boss relic swap for Pandora's Box almost always parlays you into some sort of infinite. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend, like, going for it intentionally. Just, like, when it's available, you should do it, because it's good. I think we're not going to try and set up Happy Flower. I don't think I care enough. How do infinites usually deal with Time Eater? Yeah, so we have like a Cunning Potion and a bunch of dies, and I think that's the plan against Time Eaters. We need to, like, scale our strength. And basically just hope we don't fight him, I think is the real solution. I guess I'll take Happy Flower one time. But I'm pretty sure we can't block this turn without infiniting, so... yeah, definitely not. Okay. Okay, here is Time Eater, so this is probably the biggest challenge we're going to face. Alright, neutralize on turn 1's really good. So if we get, like, Colorless Potion into the bomb, that's really good. I would be really excited to see the bomb. Other things we could do are, like, Dark Shackles. Yeah, I think we're using the Colorless spot, so let's see it. Those aren't good. Those are really, really bad. Madness is kind of fun, because it's, it makes the infinite better, but we can't really infinite Time Lord. Alright, I think we're just going for it. We're just going to scale our strength really high this turn. We're going to show Time Lord what's what. Blockbot's nice. No Panacea, because we've left ourselves with 2 cards here. I think no Blockbot either. I'd need to get the 5 healing at this point. I want to play Crippling Cloud. I guess the other card's Acrobatics, because I want to save the Adrenaline for a better turn, and Infinite Blades is super terrible in the fight. So Acrobatics first. I don't think we're going to be able to kill him before he heals. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would say it's unlikely. Probably playing Dash Backflip. And then just stopping there. I guess Calculated Gamble into Die to Die is good enough to play, because we get an extra strength. Oh wait, no. We need to play... Wait, we don't have enough energy for that. Why am I even considering that? Yeah, I think we're done. Alright. We're going for 3 attacks this turn. Okay. And I'll go ahead and play the Slime, too. I think 6 cards is probably enough for next turn. He's only hitting for 18, so maybe we save the block pot. He can hit for more. He will eventually. Yeah, I think we wait, because we can. Yep, that's more. Alright. I don't think we're getting a strength proc this turn. I think we're just gonna block pock and stop. We have 6 energy though. It's frustrating to not play more cards. Yep, we have dash next turn. Slow and steady. I'm not going to play this slime. 4 on the clock is a little tight. I don't really want to go to 3. Okay, dash procs it, right? No, it does not. We need a little bit more damage. Well, I guess I don't want to be at 2 on the clock. So I'll not play slime for the same reason as last time. Okay, so this is the lizard tail, it looks like. So I'll Panacea to proc the clock. Okay. Oh, he hasn't healed yet, has he? Okay. Yeah, so now he's healing. No, I would assume there is no built-in logic for that. It's possible that there is, but I highly doubt it. How do we feel about playing slimes? If we play 3 slimes, we leave them at 3 on the clock, and then like backflip dash or like deflect survivor backflip is our line. I don't think we're playing more than 3 cards next turn. I'll do 2 slimes just to be safe. Alright, we need to block for 36. But it's less than that because of neutralize. So it's gonna be like dash and survivor. Maybe prepared gets us a heal hook. It did. Okay, so heal hooks dash gets us an extra strength. Only blocks for 13, so we end up taking 8. But it does some damage, and we need the damage. Oh wait, we take more than 8. Because he gets strength. So he goes up to... Let's see, what's his base multi-attack here? His base multi-attack is 8 times 3. So he's up to... He'd go up to 14 times 3 with weak. And then... Okay, so... do some paper crane calculator. So 14 times 0.4 is... oops. Times 0.6. So 14 times 0.6... So he hits for 1 extra damage after we proc him. So he ends up hitting us for 24. So if we block for only 13, we take 11. I think that's too much. It's not worth the strength. Alright, so we need to get strength procs now, for sure. I think I might even play the Infinite Blades now. Because we're not getting there fast enough. He's hitting for 34. Okay, dash probably saves us, right? We can heal, hook, dash, and deflect. So we block for 14. Yeah, so that saves us and gets a strength proc. Okay. Leave the Shiv in the deck or play the Shiv? I think leave the Shiv in the deck. We need 3 cards to block next turn. It's gonna be tight. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yep, that's it. Dash Deflect is like the most our deck can block for, but I don't think it's enough. I guess Survivor blocks for more than Deflect. Yep, die exactly. Rough. What could we have done to improve our Time Lord fight? Because we like optimized our heart fight pretty extensively. Maybe we just needed like a Noxious Fumes or something for Time Lord. Honestly though, like I don't know how we were supposed to beat Time Lord there. And Venom, yeah, and Venom would have been good. We were offered Noxious Fumes. We probably should have picked it up. Well, I mean, you know, it was an infinite combo deck. We infinite comboed a bunch of people, and then we ran out of Time Lord. Didn't have a solution. I think we were mainly just hoping for a potion solution, right? Like, maybe we should have tried to save that Cultist Potion from Act 2 all the way to Time Lord. Cultist Potion definitely would have solved the fight. Or even a Regen Pot. Regen Pot would have been really nice. We had decent potions, though. We just needed to, like, find the bomb with the colorless bot. Or, like, Dark Shackles, or Panic Button, or anything good. The colorless bot was really weak. But yeah, we needed to get a little bit lucky to win the Time Lord fight. Maybe drinking the Shiv Plus potion was not a good idea. It seemed like scaling up the strength was smart. But we didn't end up getting a good split. Yeah, the deck doesn't have very many attacks, right? We removed all the attacks to make the loop work. And maybe we needed a little bit more.